Previously on Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, here we go. Tamtara Deepcraft. I love doing these dungeons. I wonder if these flies actually eat flesh. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? Oh, he looks awesome. Hello and welcome. My name is Miss Multiconsole and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I am just about to report to Mion. We have got the Fire in the Gloom quest. I've done like 2 dungeons in a row now, so I wonder what our next challenge is going to be. Let's go and talk to her. Before we start, I just want to give a big thank you to Blackbird Gaming for making me some fan art for my character. It was really nice of you, so thank you very much for that. Go check out his channel, guys. The link for his channel will be in the description. He's a really nice guy and he does some really funny gaming videos. He also does vlogs and time lapses as well. Welcome back, miss. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcraft was a success. It sure was. It was really fun too. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Bolord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Oh, what's she thinking about? What comes next? Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated, I think that says, with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. What kind of petitions? While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Who is she looking at? Who are they? Avir's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. This is like a common occurrence in dungeons. Everybody blaming the healer. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. Oh my god, poor gal. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. What a bad-mannered Lalafell. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise. But I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing. But you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel this may sound. You brought this upon yourself. Wow. Oh, and by the way, of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? That is a bit creepy. Why is she carrying around the head? Well, wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Eorzea. Please forgive me. Oh, so the guy actually did die? That sucks. Wow. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now, you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Or not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. Alright, let's see what we have to do. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Order. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. Alright, right, what do we get for our reward? Let's see. We get... I don't think there's anything that good there for me. No, I already have those gloves. I think I'm actually wearing those exact gloves. So I think I will go for the gold. I suppose. I don't want anything there. We do get some potions though. We did get some potions with that, so that's cool. Right, well, let's accept the next one straight away. Call of the Desert. And we get a better hat. The hat is actually better for me. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momody, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Okay? But no one can ever compare to Mother Mion, they just can't. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger. But I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, miss, and good luck. Thank you. Let's do this. So we need to go to Alder. Right, I'm just going to teleport there. Here we go. I've also got a minion with me. I have my Gale kitten because I wanted it out. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's a little Lalafell with buns. It's so cute. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Miss Multi by any chance? I am. How did you know? Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless, you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Alright. Oh my god, we get the reward just for talking to her. That's cool. So we get a better hat. Let's accept the hat. A hunting hat. Let's complete it. Yeah, and we leveled. We are now level 21. That is awesome. Let's put our new hat on. There we go. Don't we look wonderful? Alright, let's accept the next one. This one is called Into a Copper Howl. We get belts and high potions, but the belts aren't really that good for me, but I will take the gold at the end, most likely. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. The Lalafells with the moustaches always make me laugh. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this winsome lass is the much lauded adventurer, is she? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sword. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Miss of her mission. Yeah, that would be nice. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. Oh, I think this might be another dungeon. Oh my god, like third one in a row. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecaton Cherries. I can't even say that. Cherries or chairs? I don't know. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. So there's going to be like giants and stuff in this third dungeon. That sounds really cool. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecaton chairs to work their mines. By the way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. Interesting. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecaton chairs, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant's revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. This sounds really cool. So they've got like loads of giants that are like kind of sealed away, and now their seal has just eventually faded over time and now they're rising up. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. Is that like a newspaper? The Mithril Eye, is that a newspaper? It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Oh, that's how it happened. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. Not a small one then. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Okay. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Fanalan. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amalgina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Messer, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Alright, so we need to speak to Painted Messer. It's a weird name. Wait, aren't they around here somewhere? Oh, I think they're really close to us. Let's quickly... Oh, there they are. Let's quickly talk to him then. Looking for Painted Messer. You found him. So you're an adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got the skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecton chairs have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second dynasty was still young, but it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they had bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue him, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for the want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nations resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Alright guys, we got one last person to speak to, and this looks like the area. I can see loads of little monsters around here, and this does look like some kind of elevator or something, and it does look like kind of miney in there. Miney, if that's a word. There's been an incident inside Copperbell mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecton chairs? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. The duty finder's been updated. Yay! Copperbell Mines is now accessible, and we will do it in the next episode because the dungeons normally take quite some time. They normally take about 20 minutes to complete, so I would rather do it on a separate video. I hope you enjoyed nonetheless, even though it was just talking and a load of cutscenes, but next time we are definitely going to have a lot more action as we are going to be going into our 3rd dungeon. How cool is that? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you next time. Didn't even get to